Smith moving right over the center, Frank Winters. Over the middle, wide open, Antonio Freeman, touchdown!
I don't think it's a question of if we're going to get a team anymore. I think it's only a question of when we're going to get that team. There's no definitive timetable on that, but at least we're being considered in a small group of cities: Los Angeles, Houston, Toronto.
We have to be realistic, however, that LA is probably first choice, Houston is second choice. What is wrong with being in line, even if it is in third place?
No, that's exactly my point. I've not said we're running ahead of Los Angeles or Houston. I can tell you this, that the people in Los Angeles have still yet to commit a stadium to be built in that great city. The city of Houston lost their team because of lack of support and because of lack of a proper facility. We've yet to ever lose a team because of lack of support. The NFL knows this. They've had experience. They've done studies in this community. So for people to think that the NFL are not seriously considering us is unthinkable, really. The commissioner, after making the comment about Toronto, the second day elaborated it in a television presentation. So I'm very positive. I think Paul Tagliabue says what he thinks, and Toronto is on a short list, and we're now going to go into overdrive and try and bring that team to Toronto as quickly as we can.
What is it going to take for Toronto to jump the line, so to speak?
Well, I think we have to no doubt get the problems related to Sky Dome straightened out with respect to revenues. At the present time, all box revenues goes to the facility itself. In the NFL, all box revenues for football go to the teams. Because of the salary cap in the National Football League, total revenues are needed because the salary cap is based on a percentage of total revenues. So the higher the total revenue, the more you can spend on players. So that's why that box revenue must go to the team and not the facility.
Of course, Toronto's advantage is the TV revenue deal adds so much more into a team. It helps the operating cost of a club, particularly where salaries are concerned. What about seating capacity? How can Toronto rectify that situation, knowing it is already under what the NFL prefers?
Well, there really is no magic number for the NFL with respect to seating capacity, although you're absolutely correct. Our stadium is small by NFL standards. We can retrofit Sky Dome if need be to get the seating up. But the bigger problem, as I said before, is the whole question of skybox and club seat revenues and the percentage that goes to the team itself.
Is there a possibility of piggybacking on the Olympic movement if, in fact, a big, larger stadium has to be built? Is there some cooperative measure to be made there?
There's no doubt about that. The only problem is that we won't know about the Olympics till the year 2001. And although the Sky Dome can be an interim facility, we'd have to be awful sure we're going to get the Olympics to make that commitment. I think what we have to be is very straightforward and honest in our approach with the National Football League. I think that that's the most important thing. They've been very honest and straightforward with us, and I think if we're going to be a member of that very exclusive club, we've got to put all our cards on the table with them as well.
24 yards.